So this is Tora. She's here on a school day again today. Yeah. So as you just saw her looking up then, yes, I said her name, so that got her attention. But that's what I really wanted to be doing, is to keep looking up at me, because when the dog's looking up at you, you know that the dog is looking for your direction. You know, you're the one leading that walk, so that's great. So she can hear some drilling going on. She keeps looking up at me to see what I'm doing. Well, because it's nothing to worry about, I'm doing nothing. She's getting no reaction from me whatsoever to that sound, so she knows it's nothing to worry about. If I was to start talking to her, going, it's okay, it's all right, and putting the soft voice into it, looking at her, giving her eye contact, I would basically be affirming that there's something to be worried about. And my body language with the eye contact and the talking would actually be submissive body language, which would be weak, which would then tell her that there's something to worry about. So when it's that kind of situation, we give it as little attention as possible, and that's the way for the dog to learn that it's nothing to worry about. The less attention we give it, the more the dog knows it's nothing to worry about. Okay, so we're working on the lead because she's still strong. So I'm still giving her those little checks on the lead. It's sharp checks on the lead, okay? I'm not yanking her head off, which does look a little bit like a yo-yo now and then. I'm doing a lot of filming on the lead because with the weather being so bad, it's so wet everywhere, and obviously Alabama rot is a concern. God, I'd never forgive myself if, you know, if something happened. So I am just doing clean walks on the lead, if you like, now. If I do find a patch of grass that's nice and clean and not at all boggy, it doesn't have overhanging trees, you know, then I may let them off, but I haven't found anywhere that's clean, you know, everywhere's just muddy. So I'm just keeping it all to these road and clean path walks, which is fine because a lot of the work I'm doing is working on the lead. The socialization part, I can actually do that at home. So I'm still sort of covering all bases. So yeah, this is Tora working on the lead with me. She's really good. She gets her fits and starts, and when she really starts to get strong, because I don't want to be constantly at the lead, I'll just throw in random standstills. There we go. She's like, what are we standing still for? So it's not a comfortable thing for a dog just to stand still for no reason out in the open. They're actually in a vulnerable position when they just stand still. So to stand still for no reason with your dog is actually a really good thing to do. So she's looking around, checking everywhere's okay, but she's also keep looking at me just to see what I'm doing and is it okay, is it safe. Builds the trust in you, and she's sat down, and that's lovely. I want her to do that of her own free will. Like I say, that tells me where her mind's at when she does that. So that's lovely. Okay? Now I'm not telling her to sit, I'm not giving her any commands. It's body language. That's how dogs communicate. It isn't loud, it isn't verbal. It's body language. And that's what I'm working on. Again, I'm going to stand still. She's gone quite strong again. She's still sat. She's still stood at the moment, so we'll see if she... how long we stand here before she sits down, because that's what you want. You want in that mind to slow down, the submission state of mind to kick in, and that's what the sitting position tells you. She's looking around, lots of noises going on, so she's quite alert to everything going on. That's fine. Again, I'm not giving any reaction or any response to the noises that we're hearing, because it's nothing to worry about. If it was something to worry about, then she'd know from my body language, because I would acknowledge it. I'm not acknowledging it. Beautiful. She sat down, she looked at me. That's the submission, that's what you're looking for, okay? So that's beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on with this. So because there's a lot of lead work, when they're on the lead work with me, doing the work walk as I call it, they don't sniff, okay? Only when I allow it do I then let that lead go longer, and then she can sniff. And I'll go towards the grass. Now what I'm not going to let her do necessarily is pull me. She's got that loose lead, she's got the extra room to move about, but at no point does she pull me. I give her a couple of pulls back when she does that, and that's lovely, really good. So when she sniffs, that's when it sort of kick-starts the system, and that's when it will generate the toilet activity, okay? So when they're not sniffing, they shouldn't actually sort of naturally go to the toilet. It's got to be the sniffing that generates that whole movement. Okay, so I wanted to sniff now. That's nice. Again, she went a little bit strong, so I just give her them a couple of checks back, Don't speak to her, don't tell her anything, but I won't be pulled by her. She's really good. She's a pup and she's acknowledging this so well. Really, really pleased with her. Let's go on to this bit of grass, see if she'll sniff a bit here. That's nice. Yep. Good. I want them to sniff. It's really healthy to sniff. Okay, and then when she's done the sniff, she would have longer than that sniffing, but I'm just showing you this on the video. Adjust the lead back to where it needs to be, which is right up under that jawbone. Okay, and then coming up, she's all furry, can't tell, coming up right behind the ears, so you've got that vertical line down your side, and then we set off walking again, and that's it. So basically what we're doing, we're doing the pack walk, because when the pack's moving all together, they're not running like lunatics, they don't need a ball, they don't need to be playing and doing crazy stuff, they're walking together, they're taking in the sights and sounds. They know the youngsters are learning if something's dangerous or not, but we're just walking. The only time we're going to move quickly and run like idiots is if it's predator or prey related, and that's a pretty high intensity situation either way. So we don't have to be running like lunatics on every single walk, okay? We need to walk as a pack, we need to walk together. So she's trying to sniff and getting strong. So I bring her back, get her attention back, get her focus back, calm the mind down, and then we go again. So this is what I'm going to carry on doing with her today, and she's doing really well. She's really good, really really responsive. So carry on with this today. So this is Tora, okay?